Hey, and welcome to part 3 of this 3-part course. Warrior 2, reverse warrior and side angle. Strengthening the legs, learning to stand strong in your place. Also the reverse warrior and the side angle. 2 ways to look at this. Obviously it's a nice side body stretch, but also it's a nice way to look at things in different perspectives, one way and then the other. So let that be our intention, to widen our perspective, being able to look at things one way and another. So starting here in how we finished the last flow. Now, if you haven't done part 1 and part 2, just do go easy. We've opened the hip flexors a little. We've moved through the hips in cat-cow. So do take it a little slower if you've not done part 1 and 2 to begin with. So sitting here from where we ended our last flow, which was toes untucked, sitting nice and tall. Crawl your hands forward as you make your way to the top of the mat, or hands to the top of the mat. Tuck your toes, find a little downward facing dog, and then slowly walk your feet one step at a time to the front of your mat. Now hold behind your thighs, bend your knees as much as you'd like, tuck your chin into your chest and just feel some length in the back of your spine and into your hamstrings. Maybe if you're holding yourself tightly, you could see if there's the opportunity to extend your legs straight. Nice, and then bend the knees. Sweep your arms out to the side, up to the sky, reach up. And then stepping to the top of your mat, we're going to step the foot back for our warrior 2. So bring your awareness to your right foot. Really ground at your left foot's the one that's going to step back first. So float it back as far as you can step for a nice wide warrior. You can heel toe a little further. So your front foot really driving forward towards the front of the mat. Now find the alignment of your back foot. The heel tends to be a little further away than the toes, so you're almost keeping a little angle here, your toes pointing forward a little bit. But really now ground the back edge of that back foot. Hips feeling nice and open. And lunge a little deeper. And now see how that feels. You should feel nice openness in these hips. Front thigh strong. Bend a little deeper if you've got it in the tank. If you've done a strong leg workout this week, then maybe leave that behind. And then float your arms up and outwards, and your gaze goes over your front hand. So if your right foot's forward, your right hand is your front hand. And stay here and breathe. Now imagine you're drawing your front foot backwards a little and your back foot's forward a little, almost like you're trying to draw the mat together. See how that feels. If you don't like it, you can back off. Now, how does it feel to send your hips back slightly? Yes, you get a little more engagement if you feel all of that. Ground the back edge of your back foot. Now, stay gazing over that front palm. It's not the palm, it's the back of the hand. Now, draw your navel to spine. Now, engage your pelvic floor. This is when you start to wonder, how long are we holding this warrior? I know. You have my full permission and encouragement to straighten that front thigh if you need to, or lunge a little deeper if you don't. Flip your front palm to the sky. Inhale, reverse your warrior 2, lunge a little deeper. This is where we see the different perspectives, looking up to the sky. Now as you exhale, right elbow to right thigh, let your left arm reach to the sky first so that we don't fall over into our side angle. Reach high, feel length in your torso, and now reach it towards the right side or the front side of your space. This right elbow can find a little resistance with the right thigh and help encourage your torso to open up to the sky. Breathe here. Ground the back edge of your back foot. Your front thigh is starting to talk to you. It's all good. We'll take one more reverse as your front arm reaches back to the sky. As we come back, we tend to lose the bend in the front leg. So check in with that. Back to your warrior 2. If your thigh is screaming, it's fine. Straighten it here. Enjoy that. Bring your attention to the nice feeling in this thigh right now as you release the pressure. And then go back. Nice. Now we're going to get ourselves back to the top of the mat. So if you're happy to sweep this left hand forward, I like to pivot to the ball of that back foot and then float myself nicely to the top. Take a little wiggle. Maybe give the hips and the glutes a little rub. We come to the other side. So now instead of having my back to you for this, I'm going to go to the other end of your mat, my mat. But I'm hoping my cueing might be good enough that you can just follow me even if you're facing away from your camera now. Bring that awareness to the left foot. It's going to hold you tight and let that right foot float up and then let it float back into the side. Nice. Heel toe it away if you need to. Nice deep bend in that front thigh. Yes, so now that left thigh is forward. Toes pointing towards the top end of your mat. Ground the outer edge of your back thigh. You can't ground your thigh. Grounding the back edge of your back foot. Nice. And then you float the arms. Gaze goes over your front hand. Nice deep lunge in that front thigh. Stay here and breathe. Now this is where you start thinking, she held this for a long time on the other side. How long are we holding this? I don't know, just breathe. Now imagine pulling that back foot back, your front foot back, your back foot forward as if you're trying to draw the yoga mat together. And then let your hips go back slightly. Almost not locking into that full extension of it. As you pull it back, it takes a little more core strength, a little more to settle in. Nice. Breathe here. And then flip that front palm to the sky. Inhale, reverse warrior two. Reaching out of the side body, lunge a little deeper. Breathe. Feel that lovely opening along the left side of the body. Catch your next exhale to take you to Parsvakonasana, side angle. Elbow to thigh. Now that top arm, let it reach to the sky. Feel length in your torso and then reach towards the front of your space. Again, that left elbow on your thigh now can just, that resistance there can just encourage your torso to come a little more towards the sky. Ground the back edge of your right foot. Yeah, you feel that? Imagine a straight line from the outer edge of your right foot all the way to your right fingertips. Take one more little reverse. Inhale. And then as you exhale, straighten it up for a sec. Enjoy that feeling of releasing that deep work on that left thigh. And then to come back to center, one more moment in your warrior two. And then to come forward, I'm going to sweep that right arm down. I come to the ball of that back foot and gently float my way to the top. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Take a little forward fold here. Straightening and bending one leg at a time. Letting the hips swivel. And we'll finish the practice by coming to lying on our spine. So let one knee drop to the ground, let the other knee drop to the ground. Cross your ankles and sit back if that's available to you and come to lying on your spine. Hug your knees into your chest, take some nice little circles of the hips. And just to bring alignment back into the body, let your feet come to the ground. And a gentle little bridge here, tuck the tailbone, press the lower back into the ground, feel that first. And then slowly peel your spine. It's not about strength here, it's about alignment. Imagine a straight line from your knees all the way to your shoulders. If you want to extend your arms overhead, that can feel super nice. Breathing. Hug the midline with your knees, but make it soft. This is just about scooping everything back in towards the midline. Exhale as you bring it down. Now you decide. Either walk your feet to the outer edges of your mat, drop your knees in, hands on your belly and rest here. Or if you'd like a full Savasana, you can extend your legs long, send your palms to the sky, and stay here. Wherever you are, deep breath in. A long breath out. If you've got the time, I encourage you to stay here and just breathe for however long you have. Let the benefits of however many parts of that practice you did just settle into your body. Stay here on your back, feeling what you feel in your body, feeling the breath come in, the gentle expansion, and then the softening. And I encourage you to stay here in this lying position, allowing your body to recalibrate, to settle, to rest. I'm so grateful for you joining me for this little course that I have created with the intention of bringing a little calm, a little movement, a little bit of to anyone who just needs a little time, a little space for themselves. Well done for showing up. And I'll leave you here in peace. Thanks for being here.